Hip hop preserving the culture. FT, Street Smart, what it is, family.
Yo, what up, fam? This is FT, aka Fuck That, from the legendary group Street Smartz. You heard? Uncut Grams Entertainment. You know what I mean? Raised around wolves. You feel me? Word up.
FT, what's going on, man? How you been? How's everything? How's the family?
Yo, I'm good. I'm feeling good, man. I'm blessed. I just had a granddaughter, you know what I mean, not too long ago. 1 year old, Samari. You know what I mean? I'm super happy, super motivated, and I'm loving life right now.
So you're on a different high right now. That's a whole different high, a new baby, watching the baby play and grow.
Man. Yep.
Beautiful thing.
It's amazing, and she looked just like me and my daughter. You know what I mean? So it's like, wow, it's like looking at like a third generation version of us.
Up, yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what it is, man. So give us some foundation, man. Tell us about where you from. You from Brooklyn?
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? I was born and raised in East New York. Actually, I was born in Cumberland Hospital. That's in Fort Greene. The same hospital as Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan, and Spike Lee. You know what I'm saying? So, I was born great. You feel what I'm saying?
No doubt.
And I lived in East New York till I was about 13, and then I moved to South Jamaica, Queens. And that's really where I developed my skill. I started writing rhymes about when I was 11 years old, 12 years old, like right before I left Brooklyn. And then once I got to Queens, that's when I stepped my pen game up.
What inspired you at 11 years old to start?
Oh man, I always just loved music in general because my pops was a drummer. He's a jazz musician.
You were born into it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then my sister, shout out to my sister Q, she the one that really put me on to hip hop. You know what I mean? Because she was 6 years older than me. You know what I mean? So she got to go outside before me. You feel what I'm saying? So when she came back inside, she used to always be playing these songs, be like, yo, and showing me breakdancing. And she actually the one that showed me Video Music Box. You know what I mean? And once I saw that like, I was hooked. I forgot what day Video Music Box used to come on back in the 80s and shit. But it was like one of them awkward days and shit. We used to always just try to find that joint. And that's where it really all started at. But I just like the melodies, the rhythms,
At 11, who were you listening to? Who you remember?
Oh, of course, like Run DMC, Rakim, LL. You feel me? You know what I mean? They just look cool. The Fat Boys. You know what I'm saying?
So who did you develop your style and start to write and mimic?
I ain't gonna front. I gotta pay homage to Lord Finesse. You know what I mean? Because Lord Finesse really inspired me to write some fire. You feel me? Because when I first heard him, I was like, yo, this dude is tough. You know what I'm saying? Then I heard Big L, who was like a Lord Finesse on steroids. You know what I'm saying? And he made me want to write hardcore metaphors. And then of course Nas was his lyric and wordplay was next level, shit I never heard of. So that's what really inspired me to make my words better. You know what I'm saying?
So 11 years old, you start writing. What happens after that? When do you really get serious about it?
Yeah, I was serious then. I'd do anything to go to a studio, or I was always just looking.
How old were you when you first went to the studio?
When I first went to the studio, I had to be about 13. Yeah, 13. I remember that day. Shout out to Red, my man Red from 142 in Rockaway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We had did a song together somewhere in Queens. Some projects they had a home studio with the Real. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I mean, that's when I was trash though. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, don't say that.
I feel you.
Don't say that.
I was, when you were 11,
you're not really saying too much. I got you.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but you know what I'm saying?
It's the point that you were trying though.
Yeah, I'm saying baby rhymes and shit. But I ain't gonna front. When I really stepped it up, when I really seen the change, when I heard Nas and Biggie, that era, that's when I really started trying to say something that stands out. You know what I'm saying? That's what I didn't get in the beginning. Like, yo, I was trying to be lyrical, but you had to say something that made people say, oh, snap, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So I ain't going front of, in that era, I say the early 90s, about like 93, 94, you know what I mean? Yeah, the Wu-Tang era, you know what I'm saying? That's when I really got on some, Onyx, that's when I got on some lyrical shit, you know what I'm saying? And then I met my man, shout out to my man, Panama P.I., rest in peace, actually.
Rest in peace.
You know what I'm saying? I met him when I was around like 14, and he was one of the illest rappers I ever heard too. You know what I mean?
You did music with him?
Yeah, I did a lot of music with him actually. You know what I'm saying? And he was one of the illest MCs I ever heard at that age. You know what I mean? But that I met in person though. You know what I mean? Because I was hearing Lord Finesse and all these guys, and I was just hearing them on the radio and in the video. I'm not thinking I'm gonna ever meet them. You know what I'm saying? But P, this was actually a dude that I was like, wow, this dude is really a superstar right here. He needs to be on TV or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
We go against everything the idol told you. Name is P.I., Queen Division title holder. It'll take more than bottles of gin to walk your way on the sorrows and pain. Cause you never know when some phone or brain. Dig it deep into your thoughts might swallow your brain.
And he took a liking to me too. He was like, yo, shorty, you was dope. You know what I'm saying? And then when I get around him, he would like coach me. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, if I bring you somewhere with me, you can't be spitting no whack shit, shorty. You gotta go in. And then that used to, that fueled me. And that just made, every time I got around him, and I know we was
Turned
doing
into
something.
a monster.
Yeah, I was like, yo. And then, when I didn't get the reaction I wanted, I'd be hurt. And it would make me go harder. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it really, really got nice. I ain't gonna front. That was like the beginning of me getting noticed and people being like, yo, come to the studio, or yo,
That was how old
something.
would you say? 17, 18?
Yeah, now 17, I would say around that, like between 14, 16, 17, that's when I was going, man.
It was go time.
Yeah, it was go time. Because that's when I met this, this A&R named Lee Resnick from True Criminal Records. It was an independent label, you know what I'm saying? And basically, once I signed with them, they didn't have distribution at the time. But once I signed with them, that's when I started doing records with like Buck Wild and Fat Joe and different people like that. You know what I mean? So basically, around that time, I was like, yeah, I was super nice. Like, I was still humble though. I was always humble though. I never was like.
So what was the first single you put out?
The first single was called Ain't No Burner. You know what I mean? And basically, they talked me into doing that record. You feel me? I didn't want that to be the first record people heard me, especially on the independent.
F-bombs is penetrating with firearms, disintegrating bulletproof vests, making your shots non-irritating. Fuck the nation, bitch, you don't know what you're facing. Lacing these pussy punks get punctured by my punctuation.
The A&R convinced me to do the record because basically it was like a mixtape record. Jay-Z, Ain't No Nigga Like the One I Got. I did Ain't No Burner Like the One I Got. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no burner like the one I got. No gun can bust you better. You feel me? That was it. I ain't want to, but the lyrics was insane and shit. I felt the joint, but I ain't want it as my first single. You know what I mean? But they talked me into it and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they put that out. It did good.
Around what year was that?
That was in 95. You know what I'm saying? Okay. 95, like the end of 95.
So you've been going for a minute then.
Yeah, man. I've been doing this. I'm one of the last of the Mohicans, man. Straight up and down, man.
Why do you? I'm glad you said that. Why do you think things kind of went off track? Why do you think things veered left, right, and?
Yeah. I mean, yo, man. I think it's just
experimentation.
Life experimentation, and then things change. People evolve all the time. It goes in a circle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never wanted to be one of them people like, yo, these young niggas, they got that shit is whack. You know what I'm saying? You know how it be, that. But the OGs used to do that to us, too. Like, yo, y'all, shit y'all spitting is whack. Y'all need to talk about something. Y'all need more subject matter. So it goes on. But nowadays, there's so many artists. It's so much to
pick from.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like damn near, I suggest people even, if you doing music, even kind of step out of that race of yo, I gotta go platinum or I gotta go, just get money. You know what I'm saying? Because you could get money out here with this shit. You know what I mean? If you really doing your numbers the way you could, you know what I'm saying? Without plaques or anything, you could get by with this shit now. But, you know what I mean? Like it's artists that's making millions that we will never hear of out here because of the way they grind and the streaming and the different outlets to make money. You know what I mean? For real. You know what I mean?
What do you think is the best outlet to make money? Like we were talking about that before, like whether you do the independent, the Spotify and all of that.
Right.
What do you think is the best,
I mean, yeah, I definitely the streaming platforms is dope. You know what I mean? It got its pros and cons because of the the royalty rates and all that. You know what I mean? That shit is unfair. You know what I mean? But I love being able to go to my computer and see the stats and just get my bread out the bank right away, to where you gotta, when you sign to a label, you gotta chase your money down, call your lawyer. You know what I mean? And you still might not get all your money. You know what I mean? If they don't find that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I love the streaming platforms. I love Apple Music, Spotify, DistroKid, but also I think YouTube is probably the best platform right now, because I feel like if you ain't visual, you gonna get looked over. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, we were talking about that. If you have a song and there's no video for the song, it's like you really don't have a song.
Yeah, if you don't got that radio promotion budget, or you don't got, something else pushing that song, that you need the visuals, man. Straight up and down. You know what I mean?
What inspires your music now? Like,
what inspires my music now? I ain't even going front, man. That's a good question, man. I just say, I love it, man. I love music so much. You know what I mean? Like, it's something I'ma always do, even if I wasn't in this race. It's just something I always do. I got an ear for it. You know what I'm saying? But I say my biggest inspiration now is I love completing projects. You know what I mean? I love every time I put something out, even if it's a freestyle, I feel like, I get a high from it. It's like a step forward. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the more content I put out, it's like I want to, like my next video, like, I can't wait till my next video. Or like, I can't wait till my next interview, because that's going to add more to the pot. You know what I'm saying? And, it might, some artists might have that one shot or that one video that took them viral. Shit, it might, take a bunch.
Be a series
you know
of
what I mean?
Yeah.
But it still add up to 1 million. You feel what I'm saying?
Hell
if I
yeah.
get 10,000 on 10 videos, that's still 1 million views.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's what I love. Yeah, I'm inspired by this doing this art. You know what I'm saying? I even do a food show now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, okay.
A food review show called I Will Eat Your Food. You know what I mean? Just type it in on YouTube. I Will Eat Your Food, Street Smartz. You know what I'm saying? Or I Will Eat Your Food TV, or at I Will Eat Your Food TV. You know what I'm saying?
What do you do? Like, go around tasting different cultures, different foods?
Yeah, I basically go to different food spots all over the country and shit. You know what I mean? The city, the country. You know what I mean? And I have no I don't discriminate. You know what I'm saying? If I hear it's good, or if it looks good, I'm gonna try it. You know what I'm saying? But and even that I started that because I said, you know what? That's something I love. I love food. You know what I mean? I love music. I put out music. I love food. Let me get into that. Then food is even more universal. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because I could show my grandmas, anybody that.
Everybody got a different style.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I just add my element to it. You know what I'm saying? I add my songs of hip hop or my slang or whatever to it, my visuals. And it's something I do on the side that's fun, but I take it serious too, because it's like, it's content. It adds more. Now when you go to my YouTubes,
there's more to look at.
Yeah, or somebody that never even heard of me might just like my food show and be like, this guy raps too? Oh, wow. You know what I'm saying?
What do you say to somebody that never heard of you to get them to listen to your music?
Oh, what do I say?
What do you tell them? What do you tell them about your music to make them want to tap in?
Well, I tell them, really, honestly, I tell them, I get busy. and I've been doing this for years.
Check this out.
Yeah, and I work with some of the best artists ever. My resume
Matter of fact, we
is
were talking about Sean Price. You worked with Sean Price?
I work with Sean Price. Yes, I work with Sean Price. I work with MOP. I work with Fat Joe, Nature, the East Siders, R.A. the Rugged Man. Man, I work with so many people, man. You know what I mean? Ghostface.
What was Sean P like?
Sean P? Yo, Sean was mad cool, man. God bless my brother. Mad cool, mad funny, mad humble, but still gangster, you know what I'm saying? So was a star, man. I always told him, I was like, yo, you gonna be in movies, man. That's how funny he was. Funny, cool, and balls was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Especially like right before he left. Like the stuff Son was letting me hear, man, incredible.
It's coming.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm glad that I was able to cross paths with my brother and have a history with him. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got their own relationships, personal relationships with people. But I know what I know, you know what I'm saying? That was my nigga right there. Word is born. You feel me?
What do you have what do you have going on? What you got coming up?
Yeah. Right now, I'm working on a new project, you know what I mean? It's untitled right now, but shout out to the producer, Nickel Plated, you know what I mean? Nickel Plated Beats. He worked with numerous artists y'all heard of, too numerous to mention, but we working on a collaborative project, you know what I mean? He doing all the production, I'm doing all the rounds, you know what I'm saying? I got the first single coming out, I already got that done, the video coming out next month.
What's the name of the first single?
It's called The Eyes of a Gangster, you know what I'm saying? And basically, it's like, it's not just on some, it's not just on some killing shit. The concept is of the eyes of a gangster. Like, what do you see? What is your version of a gangster? What's gangster to you? You know what I'm saying? So, basically, I got that going. And shout out to my man Billy Vargo. We got this project coming out called Sounds Like a Plan. Our first single is out now. It's called Just Another One. It's on YouTube. You know what I mean? Featuring Foul Monday and Starving B. You know what I mean? Shout out to the whole Queens. That's my Queens crew. You know what I mean?
When is the video dropping, you said? You did it already?
Yeah, the video is out now on YouTube. It dropped about 2 weeks ago. It's out now. It's called Just Another One. Yeah, it's featuring Starving B. And the song is by me and my brother Billy Vargo. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a single out right now. We dropping another single after that. Shout out to my man DJ Akil. I'm doing a lot of collaboration projects, you know what I mean? Because basically, you know, it's like cross promotion. You feel me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it keeps you out there until you get your joint done.
Your project going.
Yeah, because when you're independent, especially when you're independent like me.
Gotta make sure you stay busy.
Yeah, and you're doing all your shit yourself. So it's like that should take time in between. You know what I'm saying? So you just to keep it flowing, just get in the mix with some of the right artists. You know what I'm saying?
Like, so you have a team, management team, and you do a lot of things yourself?
Yeah, I do a lot myself. I'm always open to management though. Holla, you feel me? If you good with it, word up, holla. You know what I mean? But yeah, right now I handle all my business and put all my projects together myself. You know what I mean?
What's your IG so people could hit you if anybody's interested? What's your handles?
Yeah, my IG is at FT Street Smartz with a Z. At FT Street Smartz with a Z. Or you can type in the real Street Smartz. You know what I mean? Because there might be a few other Street Smartz out there, but this is the real Street Smartz. Street Smartz since 9-5. Metal things, you feel me? Problems. Don't trust anyone. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
For real, for real. You know what I mean? You can also catch me on YouTube, FT Street Smartz. You know what I mean? Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We drop content on there constantly. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. You feel me? We got the new single coming out, FT Street Smartz, and DJ Akil featuring Billy Vargo, Welcome to the Dark Side. That's coming out this month. That joint is crazy.
So this new project coming out, how many songs you put on it?
Well, the joint with me and Vargo, we got like 7 joints. You know what I mean? We think about making it an album. You know what I'm saying? But the joint with Nickel played it, I'm aiming for 7. You know what I'm saying? 7 joints. That's my number, man.
7.
7.
7 a good number.
7 joints. You know what I'm saying?
So what do you think about longer projects versus shorter projects? Do you think it's better to do shorter projects?
Yeah, right. Like right now, I think it's better to do shorter projects. You know what I mean? Because of people's attention span. You know what I mean? People have like really shorter projects and shorter songs. You know what I'm saying? Like full. I feel like your full-length project, you should really wait for the right moment. You know what I mean? I mean, it's never a perfect moment.
I was just gonna say, when is the right moment?
Yeah, it's never a perfect moment. I guess it's all on your strategy and the game plan that you have in your head for your music. But me, I'm like, yo, I need to. It take me a while to write too, cause I be writing some powerful shit. You know what I mean? So, what I do is just like, so I could keep everything rolling. It's like boom, I hit him with a nice 7. You know what I mean? Straight up and down.
How often do you write? Like you write every day or?
Nah, honestly, I don't write every day. I sometimes I write in the studio. I could write like something right now. We was doing a song right now. You know what I mean? Or sometimes.
How often you in the studio?
I'm in the studio. Like I live in the studio. So I make beats too. I make beats. I engineer. I direct a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I live in the studio and shit. But as far as writing though. I'm really like spontaneous with it. I gotta feel it. You know what I mean? Like when I'm writing, like when I'm aiming to write like something incredible, like with mad metaphors and stuff like that, I really don't put too much time on it. I just I do them line by line. You know what I'm saying? I make each line, make sure it's powerful, and then put it all together in one. You know what I mean? But then, sometimes you don't have time for that. Sometimes you get a call or somebody needs something by a certain amount of time. You just gotta deliver.
Do what you gotta do.
Still be. So it's fun. It's a challenge. You know what I'm saying? So
do you think you work better under pressure like that?
Oh yeah. That's what I should have said from the rip. I work way better under pressure. Like me, I work super better under pressure. You know what I mean? But I work good too. Premeditated too is good too. You know what I mean? But I don't write every day. I should though. I should. You feel me? But I think of shit in my head every day. You feel me? Like I think of like they said when Biggie, Jay-Z, and Lil Wayne don't write. You know what I mean? They say that, right? I could believe that because it's tough times. I don't write something and it's I record it, but it's just I wrote it in my head. You feel me? I said it like 20 times in my head, and by the time it gets to the by the time I get to the booth, I already got it down pat.
It's already down like as if you wrote it.
Yeah, and then you punch, you know what I'm saying? And then especially if you got your technique, you know what I'm saying?
Now, like, you say your technique? What's your technique?
Well,
not to give away your.
Yeah. I got a few different techniques. Like I was just explaining. Like, yo, I could go in the studio right now, and I'm a seasoned vet. You know what I mean? So I've been doing this shit, for 30 years. Really, you know what I'm saying? So I got a few techniques. I learned how to produce. I learned how to make music and like 16s and different in and outs. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think is your strongest skill?
My strongest skill is my voice. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I thank God for my voice every day. I feel like my voice it makes me stand out. You know what I'm saying? Then along with the pattern I have, the multi-syllable pattern. You know what I'm saying? But my technique really is I gotta hear the beat. If I hear it, I try to catch a cadence over the beat. I try to catch a different. It don't gotta be the exact thing going on with the beat. You know what I mean? I try to catch a rhythm, a certain rhythm. You know what I mean? Once I hear the beat, and then sometimes you could, like when it come to hooks, I love writing hooks. I'm a hook master. You know what I mean? I look at that like I became in love with. I used to hate hooks, man, coming up because you had all these ill verses and the beat be crazy and you know what I mean? You just want to throw some scratches on it or, you know what I mean? But when I got to the big leagues, that's like, yo, you need a hook, you know what I mean? But growing up in the game and shit now, and been doing it so long, like I love doing hooks.
Who
You know what I
would
mean?
you say taught you the most throughout your
Career? Oh, that's a good question. Oh man. See, I don't want to be selfish and say myself and shit. You know what I mean? Well, what taught me the most is, I say experience, making mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Trial and error. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep it real. Shout out to Lee Resnick. You know what I mean? And shout out to Panama PI. You know what I mean? And I'm sure somebody I'm forgetting. You know what I mean? But those are two people that that put me in the atmosphere of music. You know what I mean? They brought me to these big studios and put me in front of certain artists and let my music be heard by certain people. You know what I mean? And you know, basically put the bag up. You know what I mean, for me. You know what I'm saying? At that time, it basically wouldn't. That probably wouldn't hit. Maybe I would have heard of me. Maybe I wouldn't have. But those are two people influential that actually had me in the industry, getting paid and doing shows and just learning the game. You know what I mean? So I learned a lot from them. You know what I mean? Even though I may not agree with some of all the stuff they did or whatever, but I learned a lot from trial and error, mistakes.
Who taught you your business sense?
My business sense, I'm gonna say me, man. I'm gonna say me. I had to do it myself. Like nobody really, you know, like they say, business is business, right? You know what I'm saying? Like ultimately, you gotta handle your business. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Now you can have good people around you that do business. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta. I've been learning too. Like man, a closed mouth don't get fed. That's what it is, man. If you don't speak up, that's how it is in life. Period. When it comes to anything, if you don't speak up, you know what I mean. You're liable to get overlooked.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean. You're not gonna always meet a good person like me that's gonna hook you up and be like, nah, you need to do it like this. You might. Sometimes people meet people like that and be blessed with good business people off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Good managers, good lawyers, they're off the rip, and they careers. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you gotta, you know, figure it out. You know what I mean? Yourself. You feel me?
Who's some of the upcoming artists that you know think are dope that is doing their thing?
Oh yeah. I don't want to be generic and say all of them. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna say like I like Fabio Foreign. I like Shy EK. Shy EK, he from the Bronx. I like his shit. I like the grimy, the
Energy.
voice. You know what I mean? It's unique to me. You know what I mean? Because everybody be sounding the same. Sometimes it's hard to tell who's who, even though shit be dope. You know what I mean? I compare certain MCs, I'll be like, nah, they dope, but that's the same MC as this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say no names, but you compare certain MCs, you like, yo, they both dope, but they kind of the same MC because they stay in one pocket. You know what I'm saying?
And they keep it
Word,
there.
but I like who else I like? Who else I'm listening to that I really like right now? Damn, man. I'm gonna say I like Fabio or Shy EK. You always find new people. That's the thing about YouTube too. It's so many people
out there.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
You always finding new people. Oh, I like Lola Brooke. I like her. I think her flow is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Lola Brooke and this other chick, Connie Diamonds. That's another chick.
I like this
fire.
chick from Queens, Kaya.
Kaya, yeah, she dope. She dope too. You know what I mean? And I like the drill shit. You know what I mean? Oh, I like the underground. I like a lot of underground shit too. You know what I mean? I just seen this dude, Mondo Slade. Some dude named Mondo Slade. You know what I mean? I found on YouTube. That shit was dope. Wherever you at, shout out. Shit was fire. You know what I mean?
What was it about him? Was he just different, or was?
Yeah, it was the beat. You know what I mean? It was some underground shit. You know what I mean? But the loop he had was dope, and I like the video. You know what I mean? It was like some mad artwork, Lower East Side type shit, but the crispiness of the video, it was hood but crispy. You know what I mean? And it was just it was dope content to me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
For real.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like, yo, it's crazy what you could do, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you can hear somebody and be like, yo, this shit is alright, whatever, you know what I mean? Then you see the video brings
you a
it
little
out.
more into it.
Yeah, you be like, oh shit, these niggas is dope. Like, yo, now I see why people like it, you know what I mean? Word, man, for real.
What do you think about where we at right now in the music, the stuff that's in the forefront?
Yo, man, it's interesting. I think I want to see what happens with this AI. You know what I mean? That AI, man, that joint. I heard some joints. I heard a Jay-Z joint with some other kid. Yo, that shit sounded fire. I'm not gonna lie. That joint was a banger, and it sounded exactly like Jay-Z. No lie. If I was that kid, if we was on the block right now, and I was like, yo, you heard my new song with Jay? I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. And he played me that, I'd be like, oh shit. So I think I want to see what happens with that because, yeah, I definitely think they need to put some rules on that or something because that's some crazy different type of technology right there. You know what I mean? I heard different songs of people singing. How they gonna have?
Step back a little.
Oh, my bad. How they gonna have Drake voice how they gonna have Drake singing Michael Jackson? You feel me? And it sounds like, all they doing is putting it through a computer, and it's sounding like a whole, you know what I mean? Control. Yeah, so I'm interested in seeing how that works. But I'm also fascinated by it because I'm like, damn, yo, I want to see what I could do with that shit, like who I could collaborate with, or how a song with me and such a sound, you know? Who wouldn't want to do that though? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like some real. Like I said, but I think it can mess up. It messes up like creativity though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I'm sure they're going crazy trying to figure out how to regulate it right now. You know, like
niggas is, you know, it'll be hard. It'll be hard to be unique. You know what I'm saying with that.
So tell me now. You said this project coming out with your man. Y'all got 7 songs. All right, what's the second single you coming with?
The second single, well, the second single we coming out with is Dark Side. Even though that's from another project, that's a single that me and him, like he put out a single. We put out a single together from our project, and then we put out a single together from a different project that I did, just to keep it in the team and just to keep it bubbling, you know what I mean? But our project is called Sounds Like a Plan, you know what I mean? And it's produced by Vargo, Lem Fishburne, and
You did any production on it?
Nah. This particular one, I'm just pinning, you know what I'm saying? And Vargo, Lem Fishburne, Psycho Les, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's it on that project, you know what I mean? Word. And basically it's a hip hop. Oh, shout out to Taz from the Alcoholics. Rico. Yeah, my nigga, he on that
Y'all
joint
doing
too.
Some music together, okay.
Yeah, he on that joint too. You know what I'm saying? And that joint right there, that it's a straight hip hop joint though.
So I always want to know, like, out of your 7 songs, how many songs y'all plan to do videos for? How many?
Oh well.
How do you decide what you do the video for?
Yeah, I think most likely we probably gonna do at least 5 out of 7. You know what I'm saying? And me, from now on, I'm aiming to do a video for every joint, or if not, I'm doing some kind of content for like TikTok or something like that. You know what I mean? So that's another thing too.
Do you think that's important, like having a TikTok and all of that stuff?
It is, depending on what kind of artist you are. You know what I mean? Like if you just like on some, like you on some like, yo, I'm just doing this. If you really trying to be out here today, right now, yeah, I think you should be on TikTok. Even if you ain't physically moving on there, just definitely have your page. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody gotta find their niche too. Like I feel like I'm more successful on TikTok than Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Where somebody might be popping on Facebook and be
nothing going on Instagram.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So that's where I'm at. And you never know what might pop on those joints. You know what I'm saying? you never know which one might pop for you on that. So really the thing about it is getting on them shits before they pop. You know what I'm saying? For real. Cause I remember I used to look at TikTok like a fucking dating app on the side or some shit, like Meet Me or some shit, remember? No disrespect. But that's how I used to look at it, like, yo, oh, TikTok, like, you know, I was only interested in Instagram and Facebook and, you know, MySpace. But then when I started, you know, when I started seeing
see what was going on.
Yeah, and then I did my homework and people got 100 million followers and people you never heard of. And it's mad shorties on there and all that's crazy on there, yo.
Oh, bunch of shit happening.
Yeah, I was like, yo, I should have been on this joint. You know what I'm saying? And then it's wild because it's like a lotto ticket. Any post could pop off and you never know. Any of your posts could pop off and get a certain amount of numbers. You know what I mean?
What do you think about, like, how do you feel about that? Like, before, it was strictly about your skills.
Right.
Now it could be your TikTok or your Instagram or something. Or something just to go, like.
Yeah.
Do you think a lot of people lose out because of that?
I think artists like me, like a real genuine artist like me, that you know, it's like it makes it easy for anybody. Like anybody we could go on there right now, right? It could be me and you on here. I do 2 wild backflips and fucking get 300, 500,000 views or some shit. You know what I'm saying? With me, I'm busting my brain with this pen, going crazy, doing my shit over and over, doing shows. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, you know what I mean?
That's all it took, backflip.
Yeah, you feel me? So that's what it is. It's like, it's a 50-50 thing with me. Because like I said, it's a lotto ticket. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shout out to Scarlett. You see the girl Scarlett?
Yeah.
See what's ill about hers? I seen her on TikTok. I was a fan. Like, I was just looking at her like a little sister from the hood. Like, yo.
Like, she bugging out.
Yo, she be wildin'. Like, shorty be wildin'. Yo, she can rhyme a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But then to see her popping off, being successful.
That's dope.
And yo, you feel like a part of it. Like, oh shit. Like, yo, that's shorty from TikTok. Oh shit. She out here, you know, somebody saw her.
Watch the journey and shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And you know, that's what's dope about it. But then, like I said, a lot of people that's unofficial can pop too. You know what I mean? Just doing bullshit. You know what I mean? So.
Do you think that takes away from the substance of the music because of that factor?
Yeah. I would say so. I would say so because it's like, yo, man. Like I said, anybody can wake up and do it now. You know what I mean? Like before, when I was coming up, when I had the deals and all that, it was like getting in the NBA. Like, you got a record deal, especially if you was on a major. That shit was like.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it's like once in a lifetime type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's once in a lifetime. Like, oh shit, it was so hard. We had to make demos and stand out front of the radio station and fucking do shows and, you know what I mean, and just hope to get hit, really, you know what I mean? But this shit is like, yo, you could create your own shit, really, you know what I mean? There's so many ways it could go with it, you know what I mean? So that's what's good about it, but what's bad about it is it's hard to filter because there's so many people doing this shit.
It's like how do you figure what's what?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And you get flooded, you know what I mean? And it's to the point where I feel like, yo, I can hear some shit like 15 seconds and be like, yo, that's dope.
That's dope.
I can tell if you got something.
Or you let them go a little bit more and you be like, nah, that's not it.
Yeah, I can tell if you got something that I could fuck with or some type of potential. You know what I'm saying? Off the rip. You know what I mean? Word up, man.
All right. Anything else you want to throw at the people? And you know.
Yo, look out for FT Street Smartz. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know what I mean? And just rock with me, y'all. I got a lot of bangers coming out, as always. You know what I mean? And yo, God bless y'all. Looking forward to the future. You know what I mean? Preserve the culture. Stay away from the culture vultures. You You know what I mean?
Hold on. I was about to let you out of here. You gotta give me my freestyle, man.
You already.
Trying to run.
You already, man. Yo, at the top of the charts or a bottomless pit, I can guarantee you ain't nobody rhyming like this. Lines designed to make you rewind my shit 5 and 6 times cause I rhyme so sick. Always coming with a new flow, my crew go hard, full of hunger. You wonder how I do those bars on Pluto. Tracks numero uno, God. Crack verses, the rap version of Bruno Mars. A superstar with no limitations, trying to inspire a whole generation, desire to spit fire, no imitations. Mommy told me I was born with an ink pen. You could call me a thug, they used to call me a crook. What would you do for fame? Sell your soul for a look. Came back to the hood, gave back all that I took. Quincy Jones on the beats, Nate Dogg with the hook. You know what I mean? FT, Street Smartz. Word
FT,
up.
Appreciate your time, family. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Got another freestyle? You look like you're ready to go still.
Hell yeah. I got another one, man. I got another one.
Yeah, give it to me.
Yeah. Of course, I floss like a boss. Got family in Miami, but my name ain't Ricky Ross. It's a homicide. Black Phantom, suicide doors. I'ma burn the block down. After that, it's yours. I'm a king, living the Grand Imperial life. Bad mommy in the back, Bentley interior white. I'm the serious type. You might catch me on a bike. Hayabusa giving OGs advice. I'm living legally rich, but hard like a criminal. All I do is push buttons. Everything's digital. Catch me on the internet so you can see the interview of one live getting money high individual. Yeah. Preserve the culture. Word.